Yes. So I welcome you all for this lecture, Engineering Mathematics for GATE Examination 2021 and 2020. And this is the class organized by AICT sponsor Prerna Center for SC/ST students and the Center of Excellence Srinivas Ramanujan Center for Enhancing Mathematical Ability. Okay. So now what we'll see in today's lecture, so some basic operations of matrices, then just I revise few properties of determinant. Okay, already we see very much part of these two in yesterday. Then next part is important, rank of the matrix. Then by using the rank concept we are solving system of linear equations, and the major part of linear algebra is eigenvalues and eigenvector. Okay. So first, what are the operations on matrices? So when two matrices are same or equal, then addition, subtraction, then scalar multiplication, matrix multiplication and determinant. Okay. So just I quick revise it. If two matrices A and B are equal, if and only if they are of same size and the corresponding elements are also equal. So suppose A and B, these are the two matrices, and if I say A is equal to B, that means each element is same. Okay, so this A11 is 1, here B11 is 1. A12 is X, it B12 is 6. So X must be equal to 6, then only these two matrices are same. Then A21 is 2 and B21 is 2y. So Y must be 2y must be 2 and Y must be 1. Okay. Then A22 and B22 are same. So if these two matrices are same, X must be equal to 6, 2y must be 2 and Y must be equal to 1. So in this way we are using this. Then addition and subtraction. So we can add two matrices if and only if they are of the same size and we are adding corresponding element or we subtract corresponding element. So A plus B means Aij plus Bij, or A minus B means Aij minus Bij. Okay. So you already know this, how to add two matrices. So I am not wasting time on examples. Then an important part is scalar multiplication. So when we multiply any matrix by single constant scalar k, so we multiply each element, not only single row or only one element, each element of that matrix by that scalar k, and then we are getting new matrix. So this 3a, so a is 1 minus 2, 2, 3. So what is 3a? I multiply each element of this matrix A by scalar 3. So here 3 minus 6, 2 into 3, 6 and 9. Okay. Then matrix multiplication. So when matrix multiplication is happen, just you tell me when matrix multiplication happen. Yes. If yes, if the number of columns of if the number of columns of pre-matrix is equal to number of rows of post-matrix, then only matrix multiplication is happen, right? So if A is matrix of order 1 by 3 and B is matrix of order 3 by 1, then A cross B is possible because number of columns of pre-matrix is 3, number of rows of post-matrix is 3. If these two quantities are same, matrix multiplication happens. See here second example, 3 cross 1, 1 cross 3. Again number of columns of pre-matrix 1, number of columns of post-matrix is rows of post-matrix is 1. So number of columns of pre-matrix is same as number of rows of post-matrix. Matrix multiplication is happen and resultant is number of rows of pre-matrix into number of columns of post-matrix in this way. Okay. So here, suppose third, A is matrix of order 2 by 1, B is matrix of order 4 by 2. So here number of columns of pre-matrix is 1, Number of rows of post matrix is 4. So matrix multiplication is not possible. Okay. So keep in mind this term. Now determinant. So just I recall, if A is 2 by 2 matrix with entry A11, A12, A21, A22. So determinant is cross multiplication. A11 into A21 minus A12 into A21. And for 3 by 3, first A11 into determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix, then minus sign A12 times determinant of A21, A23, A31, A33 plus A13 into determinant of this matrix A21, A22, A31, A33. Okay. So I am not interested in the detail how to calculate. You already know. I am interested in the properties of determinant. Okay. So what are the properties? So if any two row or two columns are identical or multiple of each row, then the determinant is equal to 0. Yes, this is very important property. If any two rows or any two columns of the matrix are identical or multiple of each other, then its determinant is equal to 0. Then second, if we interchange its rows and columns, the value of determinant does not alter. Okay, while calculating determinant, if we use, then it is altered by minus sign. But normally equivalent matrices are there, then it does not alter. And third one, the determinant of triangular matrix or diagonal matrix are the product of its diagonal elements. Okay. So are you getting this? What is the determinant? So you simplify this example. This is example from GATE question. So find the determinant of matrix A, where A is the matrix product of two matrices 2 minus 4 7 1 9 5. Okay. So one is the column matrix, another is row matrix. So order of first is 3 by 1, order of second is 1 by 3, and the resultant matrix is 3 by 3. So 2 into this 1 9 5, so 2 18 10, then minus 4 into 1 9 5, minus 4 minus 36 minus 20 is there. Okay. Then this third 7 into this, so 7, then 9 into 7 63 and 35. Okay. So now we have to calculate determinant of this matrix A. But we know that all these three rows are multiple of this row 195. If you take 2 common from first row, what we are getting? 195. If I take minus 4 common from second row, I am getting 195. If I are taking 7 common from third row, again I get 195. So all these three rows are multiple of each other, and we see the property, if two rows are multiple of each other, its determinant is 0. So therefore determinant of this matrix is 0. So understand what is the property? Determinant of 3 by if any two rows are identical or multiple of each other, then its determinant is 0. Okay. Now suppose I give you one matrix of the type suppose triangular matrix, and you have to calculate its determinant. So you calculate the determinant. Yes, suppose this is one matrix. First row is 2 18 10. Second row is 0 6 minus 20. Third row is 0 0 minus 3. Or we can add one more column and row also. But what about this? This is the triangular matrix and its determinant is product of the diagonal elements. So without calculating what is the product of diagonal elements? Yes, what is the value of determinant if this is the matrix A? Yes, are you getting? 36. Yes, Snehal. Yes, many of you give answer correct. Yes, because just determinant is matrix is diagonal or upper triangular matrix or lower triangular. So its determinant is product of the diagonal element. So here again it is triangular matrix. So its product is 6 into 2 into 3 or 6 into 6, 36, right? So even if 4 by 4 matrix is given, 5 by 5 given, but it is a triangular matrix, just you have to calculate the product. So understand the question. So now here 3 by 3, but it might be in exam 4 by 4 or 5 by 5, but it is triangular matrix is given in that case. So you can easily calculate the product of diagonal elements, and product of diagonal element is nothing but the determinant of the given matrix. Yes. So now we go to next part, important, rank of a matrix. Okay. So just I read the definition. So rank of matrix is a number n. Suppose when we say that n is the rank of matrix, then every minor of order n plus 1 is 0 and there exists a non-zero minor of order n. Okay. And then we denote it as rank of A is row of A. So we are not interested now in the definition. We are interested how to calculate the rank of the matrix. Okay. And you already seen in M1. Okay. How to find out. So just I read the properties. A matrix is of order m by n. Then rank of A is less than or equal to minimum of its order m comma n. If rank of matrix is R, then definitely matrix has non-zero order, minor of order R, and every minor of order R plus 1 is 0. Okay. Now again next property, if it is non-singular matrix, then rank is same as its order n. If it is singular, rank is strictly less than its order n. Okay. Then rank of matrix is equal to number of non-zero rows in its row echelon form. Then rank of matrix A and its transpose are same. So suppose sometime matrix A is given and you have to find out what is the rank of A transpose. So definitely rank is same as A. And important property, elementary transformation do not alter the rank of matrix. Okay. And by using this note, we are finding the rank. Okay. But sometimes question might be asked which of the following option is incorrect about the rank of matrix. So here if you know all the property, you can select the incorrect option or correct option. Okay. Now how we find out the rank of matrix. Okay. So there are 2-3 methods, but we are using only, we reduce the given matrix into row echelon form and then we are finding the rank of matrix. Okay. So to find rank of matrix, we use or reduce matrix into row echelon form by using row transformations only. Once our matrix reduced into row echelon form, what is the rank of matrix? The number of non-zero rows in its row echelon form, not in the matrix. Number of non-zero rows in the row echelon form of the matrix is equal to rank of matrix A. Okay. Now how we identify the given format is row echelon form. So it is roughly upper triangular matrix, means for every elements below the diagonals are 0 and 0 rows are at the bottom. Okay. So keep in mind elements below the diagonals are 0 or for each non-zero rows Elements below first non-zero entries are 0. So for first row, 1 is first non-zero. So elements below that are 0. For second row, 4 is non-zero element. So element below 4 is 0. Element, these two are non-zero elements, and elements below that are 0, or roughly it is upper triangular matrix. Now to reduce any matrix into row echelon form, we are using row transformation. So just I recall how we reduce the matrix into row echelon form. So first, matrix A is given. First row 1, 3, 4. Second row 2, 4, 3. Third row 3, 7, 7. We have to find out the rank of matrix. Okay. So to find out the rank, I reduce this matrix A first into row echelon form. So how we reduce it? I using row transformation. So first I make entry 0 below A11. So I make this 0. So I am using R2 minus 2R1. Okay, R2 minus. So perform operation R2 minus 2R1. So 2 minus 2, 0. 4 minus 6 minus 2. 3 minus 8 minus 5. So second row becomes 0. To make this entry 0, I use R2 minus 2 R1. So I get second row, new second row 0 minus 2 minus 5. Then again I make this entry also 0 because I want to make entry 0 below A11. Okay. So therefore R3 minus 3 R1. So 3 minus 3 0. 7 minus 3 times 3, that is 7 minus 9 minus 2, and 7 minus 3 into 4, 12. So 7 minus 12, it is minus 5. Okay. So this is my matrix when I make entry 0 below A11. Still it is not row echelon form because we have to make roughly upper triangular, or all elements below diagonal are 0. So now we have to make this entry also 0. So now I perform R3 minus R2. So 0 minus 0, 0. Minus 2 minus minus plus 2 is 0. Minus 5 minus minus plus 5, 0. Now if you observe this equivalent matrix we obtained from A, it is the row echelon form of matrix A. Again it is upper triangular matrix. All elements below diagonal are 0. So it is now our row echelon form. Everybody getting row echelon form? Try to make element 0 below the diagonal. So which is diagonal elements? A11, A22, A33. So make entry 0 below A11, below A22. So we make. And once we get 0 row, okay. Now what is rank of this matrix? Rank of the matrix is 2 because rank of matrix is number of non-zero rows in the row echelon form. Number of non-zero rows in the row echelon form. So everybody getting this? Yes? Okay. So now you simplify. Next example. Find if P is equal to 1, 1 minus 1, 2 minus 3, 4, 3 minus 2, 3, and Q is another matrix minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, 6, 12, 6, 5, 10, 5. Find the rank of matrix P plus Q. Okay. So everybody start solving this. Yes. P is given first row 1, 1 minus 1, 2 minus 3, 4, 3 minus 2, 3. Q is 3 by 3 matrix minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, 6, 12, 6, 5, 10, 5. Find the rank of matrix P plus Q. Okay. So start solving. Find out P plus Q matrix first. So P plus Q, 1 minus 1, 1 plus minus 1, that is 1 minus 1, 0, 1 minus 2, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2. So first row is 0, minus 1, minus 2. Second row 2 plus 6, 8, minus 3 plus 12, 9, 4 plus 6, 10. Third row, 3 plus 5, 8, minus 2 plus 10, 8, 3 plus 5, 8. So P plus Q matrix we get 0, minus 1, minus 2, 8, 9, 10, 8, 8, 8. So try to find out, reduce this matrix into row echelon form and find out the rank of matrix. Okay. So now you can see the screen. Calculate, find out. Yes, start solving. Rank is 2, Rutuja. Correct answer. Yes. Another. Yes, Tejasri Kamegaukar also give answer to Shivani. Yes, very good. Yes, correct. So rank is 2. So just we see how we reduce the matrix into row echelon form. So we know P plus Q is in the previous one 0, minus 1, minus 2, 8, 9, 10, 8, 8, 8. So first I take, if one here it is 0, I just change the row. So I interchange first and third row by performing R13 or interchanging first and third row. So what I am getting? 8, 8, 8 first row, second row as it is 8, 9, 10, and third row becomes 0, minus 1, minus 2. Now here I make entry 0 below A11. So to make this 8 0, here is 8, here is 8. So directly I use R2 minus R1. So 8 minus 8, 0, 9 minus 8, 1, 10 minus 8, 2. And third row as it is 0, minus 1, minus 2. So by performing R2 minus R1, I make 0 below A11, and already here this is 0. So this entry becomes 0. Still it is not triangular form. Again we have to make 0 below A22 also. So here is minus 1, here is plus 1. So I use R3 plus R2. So 0 plus 0, minus 1 plus 1, 0, minus 2 plus 2, 0. So directly we get triangular form is 8, 8, 8, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. So it is in the row echelon form. It is roughly upper triangular, or elements below diagonal are 0. So how many non-zero rows? 1 and 2. So 2 non-zero rows. So rank of matrix A is 2. So everybody understand? Okay. So we are using this rank of the matrix for solving system of linear equations. Okay. We are using this rank of the matrix for solving system of linear equation. So just you try this at home. The rank of matrix is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. So you have to find out the rank of matrix A. Okay. So just to try this. Okay. Now we come system of linear equations. So we know that every system of linear equation we can write in the matrix form Ax is equal to B. And this system Ax, where A is coefficient matrix, X is matrix of unknown, and B is RHS matrix. Let us see. Here it is 2x plus 4y is equal to 10, 5x plus 10y is equal to 25. So I represent this in the form coefficient matrix 2, 4, 5, 10, xy is equal to 10 and 25 RHS. So every system of linear equations we can represent in matrix form. Ax is equal to b. Now when it is consistent means it has solution, inconsistent means no solution. So what is the condition? So we are finding its augmented matrix A along with column RHS column B. It is augmented matrix AB, and system is consistent if rank of the augmented matrix AB is same as rank of matrix A. Very important condition. If rank of augmented matrix AB is equal to rank of matrix A, then it is consistent. When it is inconsistent, if rank of augmented matrix AB is not equal to rank of matrix A, these two values or these two rank are unequal, then it is inconsistent means no solution. Now if it is consistent, there are two cases. Either it has unique solution or infinitely many solutions. So when system has unique solution, so if rank of matrix AB is equal to rank of A is same as number of unknowns, then system has unique solution. What is? Rank of AB is equal to rank of A is equal to number of unknowns, then system has unique solution. And if rank of AB is equal to rank of A but which is strictly less than number of unknowns, then system has infinitely many solutions. Okay. Again, there is no case system has 3 solutions or 2 solutions. If it has solution, either it has unique solution or only one solution or infinitely many solutions. And the third case, if rank of AB is not equal to rank of A, system has no solution. Okay. So we see example. So if given system 2x plus 4y is equal to 10, 5x plus 10y is equal to 25 has. Options are given to you. No unique solution, only one solution means unique solution, only two solution and infinite solution. So try to find out which option is correct. Okay. So how we find out system has which type of solution? So we are using first its augmented matrix and then we are calculate rank of A as well as rank of AB. So I rewrite the given system into matrix form. So first row is coefficients in first equation. So 2 and 4. So first row become 2, 4. Second row means coefficients of variables in second equation. So 5, 10. Variables are xy. So X matrix is xy. And B matrix is RHS matrix 10 and 25. So everybody can write the given matrix into given system of equation into matrix form. Okay. So here it is 2, 4, 5, 10 into xy is equal to 10 and 25. Now my augmented matrix is matrix A along with one more column vector, that is B. So augmented matrix AB is 2, 4, 10, 5, 10, 25. Last column just I column add B column to the A. It is augmented matrix AB. Now reduce this matrix into echelon form, or we have to find out the rank. So we have to reduce it into row echelon form. So to reduce it into row echelon form, we have to make this entry 0. But this 5 is not multiple of 2. So we are performing this 2 is 1. We become this entry first 1. So what we do? I divide the first row by 1 by 2. So my first row become 2, 4, 10. When I divide it by 2, it become 1, 2, 5. Now I make entry 0 below A1, 1. So R2 minus 5R1. So 5 minus 5 0. 10 minus 2 into 5. It become again 10. So 10 minus 10 0. Then 25 minus 5 times 5. So it is 25. So 25 minus 25 is 0. So my second row becomes 0. Again, it is all elements below diagonal are 0. 0 row are at the bottom. So it is row echelon form. Okay. So what we get? Rank of matrix AB is only 1. Number of non-zero rows are 1. So only 1. Then how we find out rank of matrix A? Just I hide last column. If I hide last column, again my matrix is 1, 2, 0, 0. Again I am getting rank of A is also 1. So rank of AB is equal to rank of A is 1. But how many unknowns are there? Unknowns means variable. X and Y, two variables. So rank of AB is same as rank of A is 1, but which is strictly less than number of unknowns. So what is the conclusion? If rank of AB is same as rank of A, but it is strictly less than number of unknowns, then system has infinitely many solutions. So this system has infinite solution. So which option? Option D. So understand? Just I take simple example to check whether system has trivial solution. Okay. So just I recall, you give me the answer. What is the condition for system is consistent? Yes. You can unmute your voice and you can give answer also, no problem. Yes, Aditya. Yes, when system is consistent, if rank of AB is equal to rank of A. Okay. Yes, Shivam Sutar. Good. Now when it is having unique solution, if rank of AB is equal to rank of A, which is equal to number of unknowns, it has unique solution. Then rank of AB is equal to rank of A, but which is strictly less than number of unknowns, then it has infinite solution. And if rank of AB is not equal to rank of A, system has no solution. Understand? Yes. Now we see this example. Now for homogeneous system, just I recall, homogeneous system is always consistent and it is always we write AX is equal to 0 because all RHS values are 0. So RHS matrix is null matrix or 0 matrix. Now homogeneous system has either trivial or unique solution which is 0 solution or infinite solutions which is non-zero solution. So again, if rank of A is equal to number of unknowns, then it has trivial solution. If rank of A is less than number of unknowns, it has non-trivial or non-zero solution. If A is square matrix, if A is non-singular matrix, then system has only 0 solution. If A is singular, system has non-zero solution. Okay. So just keep in mind, if Ax is equal to 0, if rank of A is equal to number of unknowns, system has trivial solution, unique solution or 0 solution. If rank of A less than number of unknown, it has non-zero, non-trivial, infinite solution. Again, if A is singular, it has infinite solution. A is non-singular, it has unique solution. So based on these properties, we solve one example. So find the value of alpha for which the equation has non-zero solution. So system of equation is given 2x plus y plus 2z is 0, x plus y plus 3z is 0, 4x plus y plus alpha z is 0. For which values of alpha the system has non-zero solution. So just we see, we can write the given matrix is Ax is equal to 0 and coefficient matrix A is 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 4, 1 alpha. If we require this system has non-trivial non-zero solution, then matrix A must be singular. And when matrix A is singular, if determinant of A is 0. So first we calculate determinant of A. So determinant of A is 2 into bracket 1 into alpha minus 3 into 1, that is 3. So 2 into alpha minus 3 minus 1 into bracket 1 into alpha minus 4 into 3, that is minus 12, plus 2 into bracket 1 minus 4. So when I simplify, 2 alpha minus 6 minus alpha plus 12 minus 6, 4 minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3, minus 3 into 2 minus 6. So this minus 6 minus 12 plus 12 is cancelled. Then this 2 alpha minus alpha become only alpha. And if determinant of A is alpha, so if A is singular, determinant of A is 0, means alpha is 0, then system has non-trivial solution. If alpha is non-zero, system has unique solution or only zero solution. So such questions are there. So very simple, just we have to find out coefficient matrix and we have to equate to 0 for which value of unknown. Okay. So such simple examples are there based on the system of linear equations. Okay. So if we get time, we discuss more examples, or you also come with examples on system of linear equations. Okay, so are you getting? Now, we simplify and take next point is eigenvalues and eigenvector. Okay, so what are the eigenvalues of square matrix and what are the eigenvectors? And based on the properties, we are solving some examples. Okay, so first, for a matrix A, we know that determinant of A minus lambda is equal to 0 is a polynomial in lambda is called characteristic equation of matrix A, and roots of this characteristic polynomial is called eigenvalue of a matrix A. Or sometimes lambda is called eigenvalue of matrix A if there exists non-zero vector x such that Ax is equal to lambda times x. When I operate A matrix on vector x, if I get resultant is lambda x, then lambda is eigenvalue and x is corresponding eigenvector. Okay. So now I'm not interested to find out actual eigenvalues immediately, but we see some properties and example based on this. So very important properties. Sum of all eigenvalues of matrix is equal to sum of diagonal elements of that matrix. Sum of all eigenvalues of the matrix is equal to sum of all diagonal elements of that matrix. Second property, product of all eigenvalues of the matrix is equal to determinant of that matrix. Okay, product of all eigenvalues of that matrix is equal to determinant of that matrix. And third one, if matrix is triangular or diagonal matrix, then eigenvalues are nothing but diagonal elements. Okay, so based on these three properties, we are solving examples. Okay, so simple example, find sum of all eigenvalues of matrix A where A is given 2, 1, 5, 6, 5, 0, some large numbers are given. Okay. Now, to find out sum of all eigenvalues, this is the large matrix. It is very difficult, right? So we are not finding actual any single eigenvalue. So instead of that, what we are using? we are using the property. Which property? Sum of all eigenvalues is same as sum of all diagonal elements. So take a sum of diagonal elements. 215, 150, 550. So sum of diagonal element is 215 plus 150 plus 550 is 915. And therefore, sum of all eigenvalues is sum of diagonal element, which is 915. So therefore, sum of all eigenvalues of the matrix is equal to 915. Without calculating single eigenvalue, we can find out sum of all eigenvalues, which is nothing but the sum of all diagonal elements of that matrix. So everybody getting this? Yes? So very, very important property. Next example. The maximum and minimum eigenvalues of matrix are, minimum is -2 and maximum is 6. What is the another eigenvalue of the matrix where A is given 113, 151, 311. Okay. Again we are using same formula. Suppose lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 are 3 eigenvalues. So out of these 3, 2 are given. 1 is -2, lambda 1 is -2, lambda 2 is 6. So we have to find out lambda 3. But I know that sum of all eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 is sum of the diagonal elements A11 1, A225, A331. So it is 7. So lambda 1 plus lambda 2 minus 2 plus 5, 6. So here, so -2 plus 6 plus lambda 3 is 7. Shift all this term to RHS. So lambda 3 is 7 minus 6 plus 2. That is 1 plus 2, it is 3. So therefore we get, if I know the two eigenvalues, if I know the diagonal elements, we are getting third eigenvalue of the matrix. So understand? Okay. Now next, find the eigenvalues of matrix P, where matrix P is 4, 5, first row, second row 2 minus 5. Options are given to you. First A is -7 plus 8, -6 plus 5, 3, 4, 1 and 2. Find out the eigenvalues and hint is given. Use the trick sum of eigenvalues and product of eigenvalues. Okay. So find out eigenvalues of the matrix. Yes, Swapnil give answer. Abhijit also give answer, option B. Yes. So you can unmute your mic and you can share how you find out. So I become happy you are understanding all what I am saying. Anybody, Swapnil or Abhijit?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Sum of eigenvalue is equal to sum of diagonal elements of matrix. So we
Yes.
find lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is equal to -1.
Yes.
Then product of all eigenvalues is equal to determinant of matrix.
Correct.
Then we multiply.
So what is
Lambda
the
1 into
yes.
determinant is -30.
Correct. So which option satisfy? Determine product of these two is -30 and sum is -1. B option. Yes. So right, we are finding sum of the eigenvalues is diagonal element of addition. So 4 minus 5, 4 plus -5, it is -1, and determinant is product of 4 into -5, -20 -10, that is -30. So for which product is -30? So option B satisfy this. Correct. So therefore we are using sum and product eigenvalues. We are getting option B. Yes. So very simple, but we must know the properties. Correct. Okay. So next is find the eigenvalue of matrix A if it is 4, 2, first row, second row 2, 4, corresponding eigenvector is 10, 10. So use basic definition. find out Ax is equal to, and write down Ax in terms of lambda times x. Okay. Find out eigenvalue corresponding to this matrix A corresponding to eigenvector x is 10, 10. Okay. So hint is given, Ax is equal to lambda times, I write L instead of lambda, or k times x. So you have to find out this value of k. Find out Ax, represent Ax in terms of k times x. Okay. First calculate. Yes. Find out Ax and write down Ax in terms of Ax. Anybody come up with answer? What is the eigenvalue corresponding to this? I know now it is too late, but just try it. Okay, I will share a link of attendance to your group. Just 2 minutes. Just I will complete this problem. Yes, how we simplify this? What we have to find out? A into x. So matrix multiplication, you know, Ax is equal to, I multiply this by and find out the resultant entries. What is resultant matrix? Four into 10, 40 plus 2 into 10, it is 60. Then first row, first column, 2 into 10, 20, 4 into 10, again it is 60. So I can express this as in terms of x again. So it is 6 times 10 into 10 matrix, right? 6 times 10 into 10. So what is eigenvalue? Ax is equal to kx. 6 is the corresponding eigenvalue. So in this way you have to calculate Ax, and again this resultant matrix you have to write some constant times x. So I take 6 outside because my matrix x is 10, 10. Otherwise I can take 60 also outside, but I have to write it is multiple of this vector 10, 10. So I take only 6 outside. So everybody understand this?